So today, I want to talk about something that's really at the core of what we teach here at Pratimoksha. A simple, incredibly powerful tool that's designed for the reality of modern professional life, especially here in Dubai. It's all about breathwork, but in a way that actually fits into your day. Let's get right into it. Think about your first day at any high-pressure job. You get the tour, you meet the team, they tell you about your targets. But does anyone ever pull you aside and say, hey, by the way, the constant stress here is going to completely change the way you breathe? No, right? It's this huge overlooked piece of the puzzle. And I want to be super clear. This isn't some metaphor. We're talking about a real physical change. The more those deadlines pile up, the more emails flood your inbox, the shallower and faster your breathing becomes. And that quiet little shift, it's messing with your focus, your mood, and your ability to make good decisions all day, every day. So, how does this actually work? Well, the connection between stress and your breath is basically a two-way street. When you feel stressed, your breath automatically gets short and tight. But, and this is the amazing part, you can actually flip that around. You can consciously change your breathing to tell your nervous system to calm down. Here's the problem, though. In an office, you never get that physical release. I mean, you can't literally run away from a stressful email, right? So your body's stress response just gets stuck in the on position. Your nervous system stays on high alert, and your breath stays shallow, sometimes for hours on end. Okay, so take a look at this. It breaks down the two modes of your nervous system perfectly. On the left, you've got that rest and digest state. That's when your breathing is slow, deep, and you feel that calm focus. But on the right, you've got fight or flight, fast, erratic breathing, all up in your chest. The trouble is, chronic workplace stress keeps us stuck on the right side of this chart, day in and day out. Which brings us to what we call the 3-minute reset. Now, I get it. We're all a bit skeptical of quick fixes and wellness gimmicks, but this isn't about that. This is a practical tool. It's not magic. It's about using your own body's wiring in a really smart, intentional way. So let's be really honest about what 3 minutes can and can't do. It's not going to undo months of burnout, but what it absolutely can do right here and now is shift your physical state. It can kickstart that rest and digest system and literally, measurably lower your heart rate in that moment. And that is the real power of this whole thing. It's not about trying to find an extra hour for yoga. It's about realizing you have 3 minutes. You have it between meetings. You have it after a tense phone call. It's actually achievable, and that's why it works. So what does it look like? It's so simple. Just sit up straight in your chair, feet on the floor. You're going to breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. And then, this is the most important part, you're going to breathe out through your nose for a longer count, say 6 or even 8. That long exhale is what tells your nervous system, hey, we're safe. You just repeat that about 10 times. That's it. That's your 3-minute reset. But, this little practice didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's not some trendy new wellness hack. Its power comes from being rooted in a really deep classical tradition. And at Pratimoksha, we think understanding that why is just as important as the how. This tradition is called pranayama. It's the formal yogic practice of breath regulation. And the core idea is that your breath isn't just for oxygen. It's the actual physical connection between your body and your mind. It's the link. Our founder, Lalitha Viswanath, says it perfectly. Breath is the bridge between the body and mind. And that's exactly how we approach it. For us, this isn't a fad. It's a core discipline, just as important as any physical posture. And in our experience, that makes all the difference. Okay, so what happens when you actually stick with this? Well, with a little consistency, this 3-minute practice stops feeling like an emergency button you hit when you're overwhelmed. It starts to feel more like essential daily maintenance, like brushing your teeth. And what we see happen is this really cool, intuitive shift. Your body starts to learn the difference between being tense and being balanced. It remembers what that calm, centered state feels like, and it actually starts to ask for it. It craves it. And the benefits just build on each other. We hear it all the time from the professionals we work with here in Dubai. They tell us that 3 p.m. slump isn't as bad anymore, that they get home and actually have energy left for their families. They sleep better. And my personal favorite, that little gap between a stressful thing happening and how they react, it gets bigger. They get to choose their response. Look, the most important takeaway here is this. You do not need to blow up your life to feel better. You need 3 minutes. That's it. 3 minutes, done consistently, and a willingness to start taking your own breath seriously as the powerful tool it truly is. So we'll just leave you with this one question. Your breath is with you right now. It's with you all day, every single day. It's a constant, free resource that you have. The only question is, are you actually using it?